What's up, dudes? Max here. Today's a pretty big day for Injustice 2, as there is a combat cast happening right now. Watchtower stream, whatever the heck they call it. I just made it in time for this thing, and there is a whole bunch of balance adjustments coming along since EVO has passed. Now, I kind of wanted to give my base reaction to this. I know I didn't give a Starfire reaction, but at the same time, I wasn't super interested in the character. I do think she looks really good, but we'll see what happens when she eventually does come out. What I'm really curious about with this game is how they're going to be addressing things ever since the EVO event is now over. What are they going to do to the characters? Are they going to do anything to the core game? What's kind of going to happen? And are a few of the ones that I play going to get any adjustments? I'm just really curious about that. Let's see what the hell happens.
When his character power is active, and he does Vine Grab, he has armor.
Oh, wow.
Now,
he doesn't get thrown out of it now. Oh, okay. So they changed it. It was a huge problem with Swamp Thing, because if he landed the grab and was hit at any point during the grab, you would essentially lose the grab and a projectile would beat you.
If the grass is out.
But apparently his trait has to be out, so it's an interesting buff. It's a very specific buff, you know what I mean? Oh my god, Aquaman. Are they going to delete the character? That's what I want to know.
With meter burn tentacle strike.
It doesn't give you a launch anymore. It's still really good though. Yeah, like a lot of the crazy stuff. Is he going to solve that string that is like +8 on block or something ridiculous? I don't know.
It's still a decent chunk of damage, but it's
still one of the most like pestering moves ever since the first Injustice game, and it's still really good. Like, I feel a lot of people are, they nerf the damage on Trident Rush, but it's like, I think people are still going to use it, and it's still going to be something that you get decent damage from, because even getting like 6% or something like that, almost 10% is not bad.
He's still doing shit, but it won't be as oppressive.
Wow, so everything is the same, except he just doesn't get as much damage.
And then finally, the back 1, 2, 3 string is now negative on block.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and it's not punishable.
This thing was ridiculous. It was like, wait a minute, and he has a string that is positive. God, I'm so glad that's gone. Oh, dude, this jump in is ridiculous. It always tags me.
So it's a very slight change, but it'll make it where you can't just throw it out.
Gotcha. So they made her jump in whip like a little bit higher, so it doesn't clip you as much.
Yeah, but the frames of move haven't changed. It's just a matter of.
So Catwoman lost the armor on the full screen like cat dash that leads into full combo. It's just really quick now. That's a big change, man. That's a huge part of Catwoman. She was able to get in like a heartbeat and just wreck you.
Well, you've got the Dexter out.
Oh my god, so I was worried about Atrocitus, because I think Atrocitus is just like, is a very basic character, but he's incredibly good. Just really good spacing and zoning, and whenever the cat was out, which feels like forever, it was like, is this thing ever going to be over? And what they're doing now, they're making each use of the cat take a bit chunk, like a small chunk of the trait bar, which is smart. Wow, Flash actually got a buff, that's really cool. I love Flash, like I kind of want to eventually go and play him, just because he's so much damn fun. But he's a tough character to use. It actually makes you realize how hard Honeybee had to work at EVO to get that win, because not everything, but he got really far with a character that not many people use.
Harley, no changes. She's a good character.
Wow, no changes to Harley? Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I think a lot of people were considering Harley to be really good in this game, and she's staying the same. Alright. I knew they were going to do this eventually. I mean, I played Batman for a little bit, but they just said that meter burn batarangs, they got to tone down because they probably aren't going to give you a free mix-up after. Yeah, so now you need bats. If you do a bat explosion or a batarang explosion and then dash in, it's not a free, like, low or a free, like, kind of hit. You have to get something else to help you out, like batarangs to go in with it. I'm not surprised about that, because it was a little abusable.
The leap and the jump 3 has been removed.
Oh, they removed Grodd's Infinite. That sucks. I mean, it doesn't really suck. It was tough to do. You didn't really see it a whole bunch, but it was just one of those like weird, quirky things where it's like, this is some vanilla blues, that's for sure.
Darkseid? Darkseid has no changes.
Hail Darkseid.
Wow, no changes to Darkseid to me is crazy. What I'm noticing so far as they're going over Wonder Woman is that most of these changes are pretty damn minor. Like, there's not a lot of crazy across the board, like Mortal Kombat X, where they made, you know, certain wake-ups that take meter, change different things, and they're not advantageous on block, and they try to make you use 2 bars to actually convert it into damage. That was a huge change to MKX. I don't think they're doing anything big like that in Injustice 2.
Yeah, it's still a very
I was already
strong
kind of
throw,
miffed
where
that a
you
lot
can
of
still
wake up
come
attacks for
in
characters that
between
keep you away, that
It's just
push
a
you
matter
far
of
away.
showing it's a
The
little
wake
bit
up
of a
attack is
safer
invincible,
option.
but then you could also
Before,
make
she
it
had a
safe
sort of
by
just,
sacrificing meter for it.
Her
I don't know.
defensive game wasn't as strong.
We'll see what they say at the end of this thing.
And I would say his damage normalization, while he still does.
Oh my
damage,
God!
this is a
Thank
little
you,
bit more
sweet
significant
Jesus!
than
Black
what you
Adam
talked about
got a
Flash.
damage
So
nerf.
let's
That
show
was the
it.
most obvious thing in the world, but of course he's gonna get it.
I think he'll do it first try.
Oh, please show me how much. So you now have to use meter to get that done. He doesn't get a meterless launcher.
You spent
Okay.
a lot of resources there. You spent your
That before did like, I felt like that combo
she's
specifically
less
before did
damage
over
than
like
before.
500
He
damage.
still hits
Like it
very,
was
very
5 to
hard.
Yeah,
600.
40% is nothing to sneeze at.
And that's
He's
still
in the
really
Superman, Wonder
good,
Woman,
but
hard hitter range. Just a matter of
good God,
it's now
Scarecrow was a
more in line with the
nightmare.
rest of the characters.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry, we're gonna get there. So
they also mentioned that Scarecrow is going unchanged, which I completely agree with. I don't think that character needed to be touched at all.
sort of first pass.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's the first pass for character changes in Injustice 2. There's no patch notes. I don't think they have a final date on when this patch is actually coming out. And another big one that they did mention earlier is that Sub-Zero is not getting any changes either. So he is pretty much staying the way he is. I kind of appreciate what they're doing because they specifically said at the beginning of this thing that they are not going to be tackling things similar to other fashions where they did with previous games. They're actually going to let it breathe a little bit. And these are some changes are pretty dramatic to some characters, but they're not crazy dramatic like we saw to games like Mortal Kombat X early on. So I can respect the fact that they're letting the game breathe for quite a bit, but at the same time, there's still a bunch of glaring issues that I have with Injustice 2 and its overall base combat, but I do appreciate them not going crazy and changing everything just yet. I would think that they might do something like that down the line after a lot of the DLC characters come out, maybe at the beginning of next year or something like that. That'd make a lot more sense. Either way, that's it for Injustice 2 right now. Nothing super crazy, but a lot of changes to the game, especially if you dudes are still playing it a lot. And as soon as more DLC characters show up that I'm looking forward to, I'll be back to let you guys know. If you want to see me play Starfire, let me know in the comments below. I will maybe check her out when the game does eventually get the update. As always, dudes, thank you a ton for watching. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.